Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all the honors, the praises, the glory belongs to my Lord and Savior. His name is Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Wahavaka Kwadash. Honors to the apostles that are in the Holy Spirit as well, and to the hopeful elect across the globe, and to the very few brothers and sisters that are listening and learning in the hopes of being saved within these last days. Yeah, it's so-called Christmas Day. To me, it's just another day. It's just another day to me to teach the words. Not as many gang stalkers out today. We're all the gang stalkers. One person went past me today. One person. And it was a warlock. Actually, two people. But I just want to flow with the spirit. I don't know what I want to bring out. We just flow with the spirit. All right. I want to start off on we got John 14. Brothers are going through some heavy mental battles. And I thought, you know what, get out, because you know what they're doing? They're trying to program brothers, right? Witchcraft. You got neural monitoring. So the room that you may be living in now, it becomes a monitoring room. It becomes like a control center. So you got to get out here. You're gonna have to adapt now. That's what we're gonna have to do. These niggas, man. So that's what we're gonna have to adapt, right? You're gonna have to adapt. You're gonna have to adapt. You're gonna have to adapt because they're trying to turn your room into a control center. Not even habitable now. So you have to get out here, get some oxygen, because you got people out here that are trying to destroy us. Yeah, not everyone, but certain people, certain groups. Okay, so that's why I'm out here as well. Gonna have to change things up now. All right. And you got networks of certain people that are doing things, but don't worry about that because the Lord Yahweh has us covered. Right? This is what they want. This is what they want to destroy, because people are so evil. But let's focus on the scriptures, Baba Kashur. I want to go to John, all right, and 12. Verily I say unto you, he that believe on me, the works that I do, he shall do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. Right? So we gotta believe in Yahweh Shai. And it says, the works that I do, you're gonna do even greater works, because I go into my Father. Greater works. And what works was Yahweh Shai doing? Works of healing, raising the dead, right? Turning water into wine, right? All those things he was doing. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna do the same things. And when is that? Is it something you have to wait for? Yeah, something you have to wait for, but it's gonna be on this side. Matthew's 10. What? We can go to it. Matthew's 10. When he had called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power against unclean spirits. So Yahweh Shai had that. He gave his disciples, apostles, power. Right? It was nothing they were waiting upon. The power was given to them. Right? And to cast them out, and to heal all manner of sicknesses, and to heal all manner of disease. So Yahweh Shai gave that power. So them same men are back here again today. And they're healing people. You may not hear about it, but they're healing people. They're doing miracles today. And who all manner of sickness and manner of disease. What's a disease? A disease is a demon. When your body's at disease, it's a chemical imbalance within your body. Right? So we went to that Baba Kasha. Now we're gonna go to Mark. This is all about belief. This is all about belief. Believing in your house, and I'm so grateful. Right? The Lord showed me so much things. So much different things. This world ain't what you think it is. You really get into this Bible, you're gonna feel like the world ain't what you think it really is. It's all a facade. It's all make pretend. right? So when someone real and authentic comes round, you're annoying, you're irritating demons, right? So let's go to Matthew 10, 9, right? Mark 9, and jump straight to verse 21. Right? Actually, go to 20. And they brought him unto him. Mhm. And when he saw him, straightway the spirit tear him, and he fell on the ground and wallowed, foaming. Key thing, it said foaming. Right? So this man's child was foaming at the mouth. Right? And he asked his father, how long is it to go since this came unto him, and he said, of a child. And oftentimes it had cast him into the fire and into the waters to destroy him. So he had spirits on him. But if that can do anything, have compassion on us and help us. Yahweh said unto him, if thou canst believe, all things are possible to him that believeth. All you got to do is believe. If thou can believe, all things are possible. All things. So what do you think this is about? Believing. All things are possible. Wait, I want to say this. Forget these doubters. And this is already came into effect. I was taught, you're never going to amount to nothing. You can't do this. You can't do that. And it's not about me proving anyone wrong. The Lord Yahweh Shai proved them wrong. And it's always the ones you least expect. It's always the ones you least expect. You can't do this. You're never going to do this. You're never going to do that. Now I'm full of, he's gave me talents. And I'm using those talents, man. Being productive. If you're not using them talents, you're not being productive. Excuse me. And I think that should keep us humble. That should keep you humble. Because the Lord's given us talents to use. Right? And there's a lot of envy. The one thing I don't like, there's a lot of envy, there's a lot of jealousy. I don't agree with that, but I do know when you're on a platform, when you're teaching, you're open to criticism. You're open to criticism. So now they're going to have a say on how they think you should do things. But where was you when I was down? Where was you when I was down? This is what you see. When the Lord's building you up, when he's doing things, that's when you see people start to come back round. But where was you when I was down? Where was you when I was down? In the dumps. You see? Alright, Tawada, I just want to say Tawada Yahabai Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Alright, so we went to that. What else have we got? So yeah, if thou can believe, all things are possible to him that believeth. And straightway the father of the tribe cried out and said with tears, Lord, I believe. Help thou my unbelief. So he was crying out, needed more faith. When Yahushua saw the people came running together, he rebuked the foul spirit, saying unto him, thou dumb and deaf spirit, I charge thee, come out of him, and enter no more into him. And the spirit cried and rent him sore, and he came out of him. And he was one as dead, and so much that many said he is dead. But Yahushua took him by the hand and lifted him up, and he arose. And when he was coming to the house, his disciples asked him privately, why could not we cast them out? Right? So they wanted to know, how comes we can't do this? Right? And it says, check this out. And he said unto them, this kind can come forth by nothing but by prayer and fasting. So there's certain spirits that may attack you, you may be dealing with. It takes faster. It takes praying. Right? What's that screaming? You see what I'm saying? It takes faster. It takes fasting. It takes prayer. It takes supplication. I can hear some people around the corner. Yeah, more groupies, man. Why does he look at... Yeah, these people are idiots, man. Don't worry about that anyway, man. Looking at his watch like he has some authority. Anyway. And he said unto them, this kind can come forth but nothing but by prayer and fasting. So there's certain spirits that won't leave you unless you pray and you fast. That doesn't just mean one day. Sometimes 2 days, 3 days, continually. See, clowns. See, See how society is. You see how society is. Weak. Anyway, let's stay focused. That's the thing. We're not supposed to be distracted by the nonsense that these people do. There's not many people out today. So that also shows us they're worldly. They're more concerned with Christmas. Where are all the gang stalkers? All right, there's about 3 or 4 so far. You see? It's not real. They present you something. I remember this lesson. See, it's not real. Where's all these people walking about? It's not real. They have to they have to keep it up. Because if they don't keep it up, it's like, well, bro, I see past it anyway. Anyway, let's go. And if that can believe, all things are possible to him that believeth. Whew. And a child cried, and what? A foul spirit, right? Saying unto him, thou dumb and deaf spirit, I charge thee, come out of him and enter no more into him. And the spirit cried and rent him sore and came out of him. And he was as one dead, in so much that many said, he is dead. We read that, right? Certain spirits won't come out by what? Prayer and fasting. So if you're really having certain battles within the flesh, you have to pray. You have to fast. That's what Yahushua requires. Prayer, fasting. Prayer, fasting. Prayer, fasting. Brotherly love. Reading. We have to do all those things. Making sure we're keeping ourselves in check. Every single day. This is a battle. This is a battle. And you're going to fall short. But you have to get back up. Right? You have to get back up. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. They've picked their sides. Matthew's, right? 6:20. For no man can serve 2 masters. For he will hate one and love the other. So you got to decide. You can't be on the fence. You can't be on the fence. And if you don't decide, the Lord will decide for you. This is serious. What you're a part of. Once you come into this, I wouldn't want to go back out. You stay in. You pray. Yeah, Yahushua, keep your Holy Spirit upon me, regardless of what's going on, regardless of the outward circumstances that people present before you. Yeah, you got people, they want to, earlier on, do my lessons as usual, went into the store. Yep, there are already people there in there. People, they want to inconvenience you. They want to make things hard. I don't know, they probably think you got it easy. Too easy. So that's what they want to do. They want to inconvenience you. Make life hard. When life should be easy, if you're doing the right thing, if you're applying the scriptures. But this is what time we're living in. We're living in this time now. And the reason why you're being watched as well, you teach the word, right? You had to do that, innit? Right? That was a sincere cough, by the way. It wasn't a gag stalker, but that's what they do. Bro, these people are losing their minds, man. These people are losing their minds. You got to look at society. 5-6 years ago, it wasn't this bad. Now it's quite bad. It's quite bad now, right? The people just doing dumb stuff, trying to sensitize you to coffee. Oh man, this is why we need Yahushua, because this place is through. This place is through. It's not the same anymore. Don't have that same fun. Even though, listen, brother, I'm gonna have a little drink later. I love it. I'm gonna have a little bit of wine. Nothing's wrong with that, right? A bit of it. I got a little bit of red wine. You know what I'm saying? I eat later on. I don't feel hungry right now. There's a lot of things on my mind. A lot of reflecting. When you come to truth, you're gonna reflect a lot, right? It's about reflecting. The scripture, examine thyself whether you be in the faith. Sometimes I don't do that as much as I should. What am I not doing wrong? What do I need to improve on? What can I change in a good way about myself? Because I do notice, I do have bad habits as well. Certain bad habits. Right? So I'm working on those things, man. Okay. Rome wasn't built in a day, was it? It wasn't built in a day, was it? So I went to this Baba Kishar. What else? What else have we got? I want to go to John 15 as well. Okay, sure. Yeah, they have to keep an eye on me in case I metamorphose into Incredible Hulk or something. Brothers, Lord willing, the hopeful elect, we are them superheroes, as they were saying Marvel. We are the X-Men. That's what they don't. That's what the people don't want to tell you. Right? We are the X-Men. Right? We are the Marvels. You are the Wolverines. Right? And so forth. Okay. Look at Shaw. Clowns, man. These clowns. Yeah, they just want attention. You got people that are first. You got people. You got people that they're just thirsty out here, man. Right? Thirsty cult members. But ignore all that. Right? Wasting their time. Remember, we're gonna get back to script. They have to keep that illusion. Remember, they have to keep that illusion going. Right? Yeah, we're watching you. We're watching you. Bro, I don't care if you're watching me, man. See, that's all to cause paranoia. Listen. That's all to cause paranoia. So they can discredit you. So don't worry about these people, man. What's so important they have to do then? And going back to the topic, yeah, we are them Marvels, we are them superheroes. That's what they never wanted you to find out, because if you found out that, then you would be doing things different. You'd be moving different. We are finding that out now. You 12 tribes, you Israelites, you Hebrews, man. Right? This is a great responsibility you have. With much power comes great responsibility. They were hiding this from you from birth. But that's why do you think they had to dumb you down? Why do you think when you went to school, your reports were bad? Even though you wasn't that bad, they gave you bad reports. It's like, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. It was like they were told to do that. Don't make sure he doesn't like get too above his, they were doing that. They were doing that. And this happens this happens. But if you're of the hopeful elect, you're gonna come into your calling. You're gonna come into your calling. You're gonna come into yourself. You're gonna know yourself. You're gonna be confident. And people don't like that as well. The scriptures in the fear of the Lord. I'm talking too much. I'll let scriptures come out. I'm excited, man. I can do it by myself. Listen, I'm very what's it? I wouldn't say I'm codependent. I wouldn't say I'm codependent. People tried to make me codependent. They tried to make me codependent. Then push it out to other people that I'm that way. Because if someone can convince you to be codependent, you're never really gonna step out. I'm very independent. I like doing things for myself, not to prove anything. That's just the way I live. I want to go to Proverbs now. This is so much things on my mind. And I'm glad I came out here to teach. You bear me just a minute. I can't find it right now, but it says, in the fear of the Lord is strong confidence. So one may say, he thinks he's better. I've heard that one before. He thinks he's better than us. He thinks he's better. He's no. When people say that, that's what they think. That's what they think. Right? You said that. We never said that. You said that. That came from your mind. But this is how some people are. So if they see you're too confident, especially in this society, I've seen it. Like, if you know something, people get funny about it. If you know a little something, like, you shouldn't know that. Yeah, you can be confident, but if you're confident, you better be fair in the Lord. For the fear in the Lord is strong confidence. So if you have strong confidence, you better be doing the right thing. There's confidence with fear in the Lord, because then you're like, well, I'm fair in the Lord, so things should go somewhat well for me. If you're not fair in the Lord, that's when you get scared, right? Because you're not fair in the Lord. See? That's the beginning of wisdom, brothers, man. And I'm not going to lie, it took me listen, I'm a brother that had many brothers know. Well, a lot of the world knows, because they were watching me when I was in sin. People saw people. There's a lot of people that were watching me now, and that's what's coming to realization as well. They saw when I was in sin, when I would mess up, and people like, ha ha ha, he's that got right back up. You know how many times I fell, and I got back up. The scriptures, a righteous man falleth 7 times, but get back up. But the wicked shall fall into mischief. The wicked will fall once and think, what's the point of getting up? I'm just going to go back into the world and be naughty. The righteous. The thing is, when we mess up, we feel bad. That's good. Anyone like that, bro, that's a heavy spirit. You could do something that's not so bad, but you feel funny about it because you have a conscience. A lot of people do evil. They don't even think twice. It's all about repentance, man. John 15. I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. So we got to bear fruit in this truth as well. Right? Yeah, we have to bear fruit. We have to be fruitful. And it says, Baba Kishar, every branch that beareth fruit, not fruit, he taketh away, and every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth it that it may bring forth more fruit. So, if you're not bearing fruit, guess what's going to happen? That's going to be taken away. Right? You're going to be like a withered branch, unprofitable. And it says, and every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth it, and that it may bring forth more fruit. Key thing, purgeth it, so it brings forth more fruit. So what's the purging? The purging is with fire. So the more fruit you're bringing forth, have you noticed when you go through a certain level of tribulation, after that tribulation, you get subscribers. That's fruit. Your subscribers are fruit, and the work that you're doing is classed as fruit. But have you noticed that? Have you noticed that? You get fruit. Because that's a product of your workings. Now we know it's not just about works, but if you say you have faith, you at least want to show it, innit? Okay? It's like you say you want muscles, but you're not going to the gym. I'm working out. So I want to go to John 15. And I want to jump straight to verse 3. Now you are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you. Now we are clean. Right? Clean through the word that I've spoken unto you. That's what you got to keep in remembrance now. So yeah, we're clean. We're not filthy. We're not joining the filth of this world. We're clean. Abide in me, and I love this. Abide in me, and I in you. So we got to abide in Yahweh Shai, and him and us, as the branch cannot bear fruit of itself, except it abide in the vine. No more can ye, except you abide in me. That's what we got to do. And the vine is a tree, so we got to abide in Yahweh Shai. As long as you're doing that, he's got you. It may even seem like you're on the brink of insanity. The Lord, listen, as long as you believe, the Lord don't care. Don't worry about what everybody else thinks. They've shown their true colors, a lot of people. They've shown their true colors. They show you who they're for, what they're for. As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself, except it abide in the vine, no more can you, except you abide in me. So we got to abide in Yahweh Shai daily, if possible. This is the most silent it's been in a long time. Hold on. As soon as I say that, as soon as I say that's the most silent it's been as well, then a bike start coming out. And another one's going to come for us as well. Right? Satan's got me on his most wanted list. This is what happens when you're uncompromised. Like, listen, I've seen so much things, right? And they want to shine a torch in my flipping eye. Let this go past. Clowns. Yeah, that's what they do. Very. Hey, listen, we're gonna get back to this anyway. John 15. They try to erase my memory. This is why they do that, because they're trying to erase my memory, like the Men in Black. And it says, Baba Kishar, I am the vine, ye are the branches, he that abideth in me, I in him, and the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me, right, this is powerful, check this, for without me, you can do nothing. You hear the gang talkers when they say, can't do nothing. Can't do nothing. No, you can't do nothing if you don't have Yahweh Shai. He said, without me, you can do nothing. So Yahweh Shai, he's the center, he's the pillar of our salvation. Yahweh Shai. He's the one that makes us do things. Without Yahweh Shai, you're not going to achieve anything. If any man abide not in me, he is cast forth as a branch. So, oh yeah, what was I going to say? Well, how comes these people ain't coming out? What, are they're too full up, right? They got a full belly. What's up? Where you at? You got a full belly or something? I'm just being facetious. Yeah, you got the sirens out there, you know what I'm saying? The little psyops. Yeah. And it says, Baba Kishar, check this out. And on Christmas Day, there's a lot of arguments and fights and things. Boom. And we got New Year's just around the corner as well. So listen, 2025, a lot of things are going to start happening, brothers. So it says, if any man abide in me, he is cast forth as a branch, right? And is withered. If you're not abiding in Yahweh Shai, you're going to be as... Let me get one of these branches, because it's winter. Hold on. All right, here's a little branch. Or it's a twig. Let me get... This is more acceptable. Cast forth as a branch and what? Burnt up. So it's like here. And if a man abide not in me is cast forth as a branch and is withered, and men gather them and cast them into the fire. This is no good. It's not connected to anything. So you put this in what? Bonfire. And it's going to be bonfire. What? Generate this bonfire, right? So that's likened unto men that are not profitable, that are not bringing forth fruit. Right? And it says, Baba Kishar. Excuse me, I just got mucus in my throat. Right? And like I said, it's that technology. They've turned... Remember, where I'm residing right now, I'm being what you call neural monitored. They got the neural monitoring. They turn it into when I'm sleeping. They turn it into like a control center. So that's why I sound a bit bogged up. Okay. And which is illegal, by the way. But anyway, let's go to this Baba Kishar. Let's go to John 15. And where was we? 6. And he's cast forth as a branch and is withered, and men gather them and cast them into a fire, and they are burned. All right. If you abide in me, and you could represent that burning as the nuclear destruction, because a lot of our people are going to be burnt by their missiles. I can hear someone walking, and it says, and if you abide in me, and my words abide in you, you shall ask what you will, and it shall be done unto you. But we have to abide in Yahweh Shai first. But if you're doing that, ask anything, sensible things, though, and He will grant us our prayer. And it says, heaven is my Father glorified that you bear much fruit, so shall ye be my disciples. Right? So He wants us to bear fruit. He doesn't want us to be fruitless, lukewarm, lazy, sluggish. All right? He doesn't want us to be like that. And when you see me sluggish, it's because they be trying to hit me with frequencies to lower my energy. They're not telling you that, are they? They're not telling you that. Right? Because they know I'm about my Father's business. So what they try to do, they try to slow me down. We can pray for anything. Go to James, man. Gotta love doing this. It has to be in you. It has to be in you. Tawada, I just want to say Tawada Yahweh by Shim Yahweh Shai for giving me another day to teach, because you never know how long you got left. Go to James 1 and 2. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations. Whew. Count it all joy. I need to slow down. Sometimes I feel like I speak too fast. Count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations. Diverse is many. Many. And the enemy does that because you may be hard to get, you may be valuable, which if you are of the hopeful elect, you are valuable. So we fall into diverse many temptations, and you got to be able to see temptations for what they are. Is temptations. It's to entice you to sin. Sometimes, you know what, we get comfortable. Get comfortable, right? And you think, you know what? Another trick is, well, I'm gonna put so much hell on him, and try and mess him up so much. I'm just gonna get him used to just seeing evil. Now, don't get sensitized to evil, because they try to do that as well. Put so much evil in front of you. All right, I'll just accept it. Nah, don't get sensitized to it, because that's another trick of the enemy, right? Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience, while faith is being tried big time, especially as Yahweh Shai returns. But let patience have a perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. It says, let patience have a perfect work. So we got to let patience do its part. Something I struggled with. A brother did tell me this as well. A few brothers told me that. You're not patient enough. A lot of people have told me that at times. Learn patience. Right? Patience. That's how the Lord deals. He deals with things in time. Patience. And it says, Baba Kushon, but let patience have a perfect work, that you may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. So that's what we got to do. Right? Have his perfect work. So you're letting patience play his part, and you're trusting in the process, that you may be entire. Because that's what it makes. It makes more entire, complete, and wanting nothing. Because you notice when you're ready into the scriptures, you're fulfilled. It's self-fulfilling. This is very fulfilling. It's not, it may be not to you, but it should be to us. When you're feeling down, all you got to do is pick up the Bible. Read it. Okay? That's why these people, they're done. Most of them are done because they reject the words of Yahweh Shai. Oh, you hear that? Beep. Beep, beep, beep. That's the perps, the perps and the Masons. Letting you know they're in town, innit? When you hear that beep, beep, that's I think, when they do that, the gangster can start jogging and running. We're just seeing it. Be here for another 5 or 10 minutes. When they do that beeping, usually you're going to get people that walk in, come out of nowhere. Right? I know their routines now. And it says, this is James 1. And where was we, Baba Kashan? And if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of the Heavenly Father that giveth to all men liberally. So if you're lacking it, ask, and it shall be given to you. Yeah? And upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. So he's not going to upbraid you, and it's going to be given to you. Right? But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. For he that wavereth is like the wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. So you got to ask in faith. Nothing wavering. You got to believe. Oh, well, I'm praying, but I just don't think he's going to hear me. Well, leave it alone. If you don't bother then. If you're thinking like that, don't bother. You have to believe you're going to get that prayer answered. Then what's the point of praying? But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering, for he that wavereth is like the wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. Key thing, driven with the wind and tossed. So in other words, you're double-minded. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord. For a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. We don't want to be double-minded. In nothing we do. You don't want to be double-minded. You don't want to be coming to camp double-minded. Because then you're going to start pushing that spirit on brothers as well. I'm not sure. Nah, men, they're able to make decisions, man. Men should be able to make decisions. Right? Whether it's quick, whether it's mostly quick decisions. And trust it in them decisions through Yahweh Shai. As it says, trust in the Lord Yahweh Shai with all thy heart, with all thy soul. and lean not on your own understanding. So that's what the Lord wants to do. Lean not on our own understanding. Okay. I just heard some more imbeciles. It's done. It's done. It's done. That's what happens when you're programmed, man. Do you want to be like these people, right? Acting like Beavis and Butthead. That's why get into these scriptures, man. Get into these scriptures. We're gonna shut off soon, and I think we have to pray more. That's one perk. As time goes on, we have to put up in prayers more. Go to Ephesians. Yeah, you got people that are obsessed with us out here, man. Cults, groups. So excuse me just a minute. Couple more scriptures, then we're gonna shut off. Let me check the time. All right, coming up to 8. All right. So it says, where was we? We got Ephesians. And jump straight to 18. Praying always with all prayer and supplication in the spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance, supplication for all the saints. So that's what we got to do. Make sure you're praying as well, constantly, especially in these times, bro. You've seen my videos, right? I've told you about what these people be doing, right? They be doing some, whew, I've told you what they be doing, man. Trying to torture people. Trying. Men of the Lord. But another thing, you don't want to give them any power at all. You don't want to give them any power at all. No. They be doing all types of things, man. They have witches. We already know this. I told you about the program. They have witches moved into areas, traffickers, warlocks, conjuring. All them different things be going on, man. Like gangs. They move gangs in. Why do you think they call it gang stalking? Criminals. Right? That's what they do. To come at us that are trying to, that are representing Yahweh Shai. We are his ambassadors. And we're trying to do it with eloquence. Right? But then you got people that they want to mess it up. You're doing something good and you got people that want to mess it up. Right? That want to make your life hard. You got people that go out of their way. And they ain't got no shame, man. And I want to keep saying, make sure you get outside at least for an hour, 2. At least you can say you've been outside. Don't stay in your house, man. Because I've already told you what they're doing. Right? It's just like a bloody what do you call it? I forgot that it begins with a C. A bloody it's like a mini control center in your household. And that's how they want people to be. They want people to go out when they want them to go out. That's why you got 15-minute cities being produced. 15 minutes. They don't want you venturing out. They don't want that. And that's part of the agenda anyway. Excuse me. So what else have we got, Baba Kashar? And I want to go to this as well. This is very important. This is one thing I'm learning now. Because if you have a gift, and all that. Yeah, you do have to protect that. Pray for your house to protect it. You're going to have people that low energy, low vibration, wicked. And if you're around Masons, if you're around a whole load of Masons, ain't no saying what they would do because they have familiar spirits upon them. Right? So you have to guard your spirit, protect your energy. Don't let no one leech onto you, connect themselves to you. Don't let them do that. Right? It's like my arms kind of pulsating as well. But yeah, they be doing all types of things with this technology, you know. And it says, Baba Kashar, 2 Corinthians 6:14. Be not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. So make sure you're not unequally yoked with unbelievers. Make sure you're not. Right? Because if you're unequally yoked with unbelievers, they don't believe. So if they don't believe, and what I'm learning, which I knew anyway, we're liable to do anything. They're liable to do anything. Because why? They don't believe. You know, bro, the company you keep in these times is going to be essential. Because I don't want to talk about what I'm going through, but it's just certain things in it. You may be around certain people and they're like, they don't even want to hear it, or they may see something you have and they want to mess it up. So you have to use wisdom, man. If you're around the wrong people, they listen. Dangerous, man. And what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion have light with darkness? No communion. And I can still hear people, I can still hear these demons talking shit. These are just evil spirits, but there's going to be a time where Yahushua closes their mouth. So you probably got certain people that stepped out their house or done, gone. Just get back in your house, man, and enjoy the little bit of Christmas you have. So that's why we're not supposed to be yoked with these unbelievers, because you see how they act. Because what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteous? They don't have no fellowship. And that's another thing I'm finding out. If they're not in this word, they're liable, because that spirit can use them, because they're liable to do anything. Right? And what communion have light with darkness? They don't have no communion. One overpowers the other. And what concord have Mashiach with Belial? Belial is basically a demon. Or what part have he that believeth with an infidel? So, is this the Bible I'm speaking? It those that don't believe, it sounds like Muslim, right? With an infidel. So he that believeth with an infidel. Those that don't believe, they're as infidels, as Paul was saying. And what agreement have the temple of God with idols? For ye are the temple of the living power, as God hath said, I will dwell in them, and they walk in them, and I will be their power, and they shall be my people. Wherefore, come out from among them. So Lord wants us to come out from among them. Come out. Don't join the crowd. You don't want to do that. But that's the problem. Too much people join the crowd for acceptance. Come out from among them and be ye separate. But you know when you do that, right? You're seen. People can see you. You stand out. You're different. You think, bro, people can see you. There's a big target on your back because you separated from the world. So that's the price as well of separating from this world. There's going to be like a target on your back. And it says, Baba Kishar, check this out. And what agreement have the temple of God with idols? For ye are the temple of the living power, as God have said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their power. So lucky I should have brought this. I already read that. Wherefore come out from among them and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. Come out from among them and touch not the unclean thing, idols. Right? The Lord ain't asking for much. He just wants us to serve him. Right? And that's it. Serve him, man. Right? And don't worry about what these people are doing. They're haters, man. They're of Satan, man. Yeah, I said it. They're of their father, the devil, man. If you're trying to stop, listen, if you're a hater and you're trying to stop anyone from reaching their potential, you're the devil. You're an adversary, man. You're an adversary to our souls, man. And that's what the devil is, man. So anyone that's trying to hinder your progress, move yourself from them. It doesn't mean you're always in flight mode, but you do that because you're protecting your own peace as well. Okay? So I hope this was edifying. And until the next time, shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.